G'day guys, today we're taking a look at the BennVenn Joey Jr. version 2. Unfortunately, I have already unboxed it, but I forgot to hit the record button, so I don't have any footage of it. But it did come in this black padded bag with a very cool holographic sticker on the top that says BennVenn. And inside was the anti-static bag. For those of you that don't already know, you can use this to back up your Game Boy, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games to ROM, so you can play them on an emulator or on your handheld, such as the SF2000, which is pretty cool. But you can also back up the save files. So if you wanted to play your Pokemon save file from your physical cartridge on your computer or a handheld, you'd back it up with this, copy it over, and you could continue playing. And when you're finished, you could put it from the computer or the handheld back onto the physical cart, so you've still got it, which is very cool. Another cool feature is you can back up your actual images from the Gameboy Camera. It exports them as PNG, I believe, or bitmap, just a standard image format, which is extremely awesome. And we'll get into that today as well. Another cool feature is you can actually rewrite bootlegs. So this is just a cheap bootleg Pokemon Unbound from AliExpress, a couple of dollars. And you can put any game you want on there pretty much, as long as it fits inside the flash and it matches the save type. So we'll get into that a little bit later as well. I'll come back with Windows 10 and we'll take a look. Okay, we're on the Windows 10 desktop and I've had a bit of a play with it already, but the first thing I did was I went to the BennVenn shop, went to Joey Jr. I scrolled all the way down and downloaded Joey GUI version 1.008. If you're watching this in the future, it'll obviously be a newer version, but you just download that. It was just a zip file, which I extracted to a folder under downloads, and here it is here. And then inside you'll find joeygui.exe. You just run that. Doesn't need installing, it's all standalone, which is very cool. When I first inserted the Joey Jr. with this running, it asked me if I wanted to auto update to the latest firmware. I says yes. It took about 5-10 seconds and it reloaded and it was good to go from there. So I thought we'll start off trying to get the images off my Game Boy Camera. So first of all, just insert the Game Boy Camera. Make sure the back label is facing up. If you have it upside down, nothing will happen. It does fit, but nothing happens because there's no pins connected. So make sure it's in the right way. Also make sure the card is clean. If it's dirty or grimy, and if you have issues in a real Game Boy loading and you have to take it out and blow on it a few times, you'll have issues with this, so just make sure it's clean. And then we will insert the USB-C cable. And as you can see, it found it straight away, Game Boy Camera. We just go to Tools, Game Boy Camera Image Tool, and at the bottom it's dumping all the photos now. It's very quick. And there's everything. So it didn't take long at all. We can go Save Images, which backs everything up. You can give it a name. I'll just call it GBA Cam. And it saves it in this folder under Game Boy Camera. So I'll close that off, close that off. And inside the GUI folder is Game Boy Camera. And there's the folder we just created called GBA Cam. And there's all the images. All of these blank ones, I've only got 5 photos taken on the actual Game Boy Camera itself. So the blank ones are blank on the camera as well. So I'll open one of them up. And we will zoom in. It's a bit too much. So yeah, it's just a standard PNG image, nothing special, works fine. It's a picture of a puzzle box if you're wondering, and there's a Game Boy Advance game there, and there's my phone. We'll try another image. We'll zoom in. And that's just a bottle of whiskey, and in the background's another Game Boy Advance game. So it backs up Game Boy Camera images really, really quick, which is pretty cool. Next, we'll try and back up our Game Boy Advance game. So first, just unplug the USB-C cable, and then you remove the cart just so you don't have any data loss. We'll put in our retail copy of Super Mario World. This isn't a bootleg, this is a real game, just the American version. Plug in our USB-C cable. Load up Joey GUI again. As you can see, it's auto-detected the cart. Everything works, got the full name, which is very cool. We'll go back up ROM. There's the status bar at the bottom. It's going very fast. Doesn't take long to back up smaller games. and it's auto-populated the file name with the full name, which is very cool. We'll save that. I also want to back up the save because I do have a level completed, and that was almost instant. Same thing, it's auto-populated the name, which is very handy. And we will close this and try and load up the ROM in an emulator. So that is the ROM we just dumped. As you can see, 4:51 PM, and the time is 4:51 PM, so that's the current ROM we just dumped. It's not some trick. And it says it's loaded the save, but we'll see if it has. And yeah, there's our save file, World 1. Let's make sure the game works. Works fine. So I think next we will try the same thing with Pokemon Silver. We'll back that up. So again, plug the cable, plug the cart, Pokemon Silver. This might be a little bit dirty, I haven't cleaned it, so we'll see if it works. Plug it in, open up Joey GUI. Pokemon Silver version, it knows straight away. SGB enhanced. There's all the information. If you need the RTC, which is pretty cool, we'll go back up ROM. Again, status bar at the bottom, it's very fast. Auto-populates the name, so that's good. We'll call it that. I'm not sure if I have a save on here. I haven't played this for a while, but we'll back up the save anyway, just in case. That's done. And there it is there. That's the Game Boy game. So I'm not sure if the VBA emulator can play Game Boy, but we'll have a look. So I couldn't load the RTC, that's fine. I don't think I backed up the RTC anyway. And it looks like I didn't have a save file on there. But if you did, it would back it up fine. So that all works fine. I think we should also try rewriting a Pokemon bootleg with a different game. So same as last time, unplug the USB-C cable, remove the cart, plug the bootleg in, which is here. USB-C cable in again. And open up Joey GUI. So it detects it as Choo Choo Rocket already, because I've already written it to it. But let's write Minecraft, or a backport of Minecraft anyway. So you go, to rewrite a bootleg, you'd go upload ROM. And browse to your ROM, which I have in downloads. And then actually, we'll try a different game. We'll try Mario Kart. We'll try write that one. It's a little bit slower rewriting bootlegs. Another cool thing about the GUI is it does tell you this card is not genuine. So if you've brought a Pokemon Emerald, for example, from eBay or Facebook Marketplace for top dollar, and you were told that it was a real card with maybe a scratched label or a missing label, you can pop it in here and it'll tell you straight away if it's not genuine, which is very, very cool. This is backing up in real time. I haven't sped anything up. So this is the typical time it would take to flash 4 meg ROM. You would only have to flash it once and you can play it as many times as you want. You only have to reflash it when you want to change the game. Alright, so it's done. It's refreshed it. Mario Kart Super Circuit at the bottom. That all worked. So again, unplug the USB-C cable first, remove the cart, and I'll pop it into my Game Boy Advanced SP. Make sure you can see the screen. And there we go. We'll just go into a Luigi, it looks like. So it works fine. Very, very cool feature. If you do have a bootleg hanging lying around, you can just copy another game to it, which is pretty cool. So wrapping up, is it worth getting? I would definitely say yes if you collect Game Boy or Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance games. If you want to restore your save files from your old childhood games, that's another great use for it. If you're changing out batteries, or if you don't want to buy a flash card, a typical Game Boy Advance flash card that runs from micro SD, and you have one of these lying around, you can just write games you want to play to it. Definitely worth getting. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll get to it when I can. I think that'll do it for today. Thanks for watching.